Hi everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to my channel. Microsoft Research has come up with a very interesting project which I wanted to share with you in this video. The project is called as AIOps Labs. I will keep it as simple as possible, so let's try to understand what exactly this project is. It's an open source holistic evaluation framework for developers to design, develop and evaluate and also enhance AI ops or AI operations agents. It provides a standardized and principled research framework for building, testing, comparing, and improving AI ops agents, allowing for reproducible, standardized, interoperable, and scalable benchmarks. Now, again, what exactly this AI Ops Labs is doing? If you look at this diagram, this gives you a bit more information because this AI Ops Labs gives you several key components. Now, there is a very interesting background behind it. We all have quite complex digital landscape in our companies, in our enterprises, because we use a lot of cloud providers, we use a lot of component services in those clouds. For example, if you just take the example of AWS, let's suppose you have deployed an application in your AWS cloud. Maybe that application is running on your ECS cluster or your EKS cluster, which means that it could be either Elastic Container Services or Elastic Kubernetes Services, or they could be just serverless stuff like AWS Lambda. Now, once you have those applications running there, maybe in a container format, they might be talking with your NoSQL databases or SQL databases. They might be generating some events, triggering some events, or maybe getting triggered on the basis of some events. So that, and they might be talking asynchronously or synchronously with a lot of other services. So you can already appreciate the fact that the maintenance, deployment, and development of these applications is quite complex and sophisticated. Also, as I said, the broad adoption of microservices and cloud-based serverless architecture has certainly streamlined certain aspect of application development, but it has also introduced a host of operational difficulties, particularly in fault diagnosis and mitigation. And these complexities can result in outages, which have the potential to cause major business disruption, underscoring the critical need for robust solutions that ensure high availability and reliability. And that is where AI agents could help, and that is why Microsoft has built this AI Ops project. Now, what they are trying to do here is they are trying to use AI ops agents for cloud operations, such as AI agents for incident root cause analysis or triaging. They have relied on proprietary services in some cases because it is mainly geared towards Microsoft services. But the idea which I'm thinking is that if we could take a leaf out of the book from this AI Ops Lab, there could be a generic tool which could help out in any cloud provider. So if we could build something which is cloud agnostic with the help of AI agents, I think that could be a real deal maker here. So if you're looking for an idea for a AI startup, there you have it. Anyway, so coming back to this AI Ops Lab, look at the components at a very high level from this diagram. So they have something called as Agent Cloud Interface or ACI, which separates the agent and application service using an intermediate orchestrator. ACI also provides interfaces for integrating and extending other system parts, and it validates and executes agent actions, as you can see here. And those tasks could be description, action, metric. As you can see at the top, they could be interfacing with these applications. And then on the left hand side, these are the agents which are being orchestrated, and mainly it works on Kubernetes cluster. And I will also shortly show you some of the installation instructions as how can you implement it on Azure, of course, because that is what the Microsoft has for cloud. But anyway, a lot of other stuff are there, like services there, which basically an abstraction to reflect production environment, and it could leverage open source application for your artifacts. And then there's a workload generator where you can just receive specification from orchestrator like task, effect, scale, duration. And then you could also use some sort of observability to monitor the stuff. and collecting telemetry data like traces, logs, metric, syscall logs, cluster information, and the list goes on and on. And then this is pretty much it. If you go to their GitHub repo, they have shared some of the installation options, especially in I think AKS or Azure Kubernetes services, or you could, I think, self-deploy it in any Kubernetes. And Kubernetes is a container orchestration platform where we have a lot of other things. I have done few videos on Kubernetes some time back where you can check it out. Installation is simple. You just git clone this repo, and I will drop the link to it in video description. You cd into it, you use Poetry to install it, and then primarily you can provision it on your Kubernetes cluster by following the script from here. They not only provide it for managed Kubernetes services in the cloud, or you could do your own self-managed Kubernetes cluster, and then by using this AIOpsLab Kubernetes cluster, you can monitor and manage the your own cloud environment. So and also they have shared some of the code, which if you want to onboard a new agent to AIOpsLab, you can use this sort of code, which is primarily quite simple code to understand. So in my opinion, if you already have Kubernetes skill set, if you already have a Kubernetes cluster running in your environment, then it makes sense to try out this tool. Otherwise, I don't see much point in it, because if you just use this tool and for that you are trying to use Kubernetes, I think this is going to add a lot of complexity in your environment. Plus, only it makes sense if you have an enterprise grade cloud setup, like multiple projects, multiple accounts, or whatever is Azure equivalent there. I think there is a subscription and that sort of stuff. Only then it makes sense. If you have a small scale stuff, it doesn't really make sense at all. But still, I believe and I have a feeling that Microsoft could make it a bit more, I would say, easier, because still, if you look at the quick start guide, it is still quite, I would say, complex. Not only this one, but also the usage. But still, I think it is just a couple of weeks old project, so I'm hoping that Microsoft is going to make it easier. And they have shared some other detail around their architecture too. So that is all there is to it. In simple words, if you're looking to monitor your enterprise production grade environment, the cloud environment, with observability, with AI agents, maybe this could be a good candidate in the future, because it is still, I believe, work in progress. Let me know, what do you think? If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network, as it helps. Thank you for watching.